Oakland, California, a city of contrasts. It boasts a vibrant cultural tapestry, stunning natural beauty, and a legacy of activism, yet it grapples with poverty, crime, and social unrest. How did this city, once a beacon of opportunity, become synonymous with urban decline? Oakland's narrative is not one of simple rise and fall. It's a complex story interwoven with historical forces, economic shifts, and policy decisions. Understanding Oakland's present requires unraveling these threads, acknowledging both its struggles and inherent resilience. This essay delves into the multifaceted decline of Oakland, moving beyond simplistic narratives. We'll examine historical context, economic transformations, policy impacts, and social issues. Most importantly, we'll hear from the community, the heart and soul of Oakland. Ultimately, this exploration seeks to illuminate the challenges while highlighting the enduring spirit of Oakland and its people. It's a story of struggle, yes, but also of hope, resilience, and the ongoing fight for a brighter future. To understand Oakland today, we must journey back in time. Oakland's story begins long before its incorporation as a city in 1852. The Ohlone people, indigenous to the land, were its first inhabitants. Their forced displacement casts a long shadow, a reminder of the injustices woven into the city's fabric. Oakland's strategic location, a bustling port on the San Francisco Bay, fueled its early growth. It became a hub for industry, attracting workers from diverse backgrounds. This influx shaped Oakland's unique cultural identity, a vibrant blend of ethnicities and traditions. The city's history is punctuated by periods of both prosperity and struggle. The post-World War II era brought economic expansion but also social tensions. Oakland became a hotbed for activism, with the Black Panther Party emerging from its streets demanding social justice and equality. Understanding this historical context, from the displacement of indigenous communities to the fight for civil rights, is crucial. It provides the backdrop against which Oakland's present-day challenges must be viewed. On October 17, 1989, the Loma Prieta earthquake shook the Bay Area. Oakland, particularly its Cypress structure, suffered significant damage. The collapse of the freeway, a symbol of the city's infrastructure vulnerability, had lasting impacts. Beyond the physical devastation, the earthquake exposed existing social and economic fissures. Recovery efforts were uneven, disproportionately affecting marginalized communities. The disaster exacerbated existing inequalities, setting the stage for further decline in vulnerable neighborhoods. The quake's impact extended beyond infrastructure. It led to job losses, population displacement, and a sense of collective trauma. While Oakland demonstrated resilience in rebuilding, the scars of 1989 continue to shape its present. The earthquake serves as a stark reminder of Oakland's vulnerability to natural disasters. It also highlights the uneven impacts of such events, often deepening existing social and economic disparities within the city. Oakland's industrial heart, once a source of pride and employment, began to falter in the latter half of the 20th century. Deindustrialization, the decline of manufacturing, hit the city hard. Factories closed, jobs disappeared, and working-class communities felt the brunt of this economic shift. As traditional industries vanished, so did opportunities for many Oakland residents. The loss of well-paying blue-collar jobs led to increased poverty, particularly in neighborhoods already grappling with social and economic challenges. This economic transformation fueled a sense of despair and disenfranchisement. The social fabric of once thriving communities frayed as unemployment rose and opportunities dwindled. Deindustrialization's legacy is visible in Oakland's landscape. Abandoned factories serve as stark reminders of a bygone era, symbols of economic hardship and the challenges of adapting to a rapidly changing world. Section 5, Pushed Out, Gentrification, and the Housing Affordability Crisis. In the wake of deindustrialization, a new wave of change swept through Oakland. Gentrification, the influx of affluent residents and businesses into historically underserved neighborhoods, began to reshape the city. While often touted for revitalizing urban areas, gentrification brought a new set of challenges to Oakland. Skyrocketing housing costs displaced longtime residents, pushing them further away from opportunities and fracturing community ties. The influx of new residents, often from wealthier backgrounds, led to a shift in cultural dynamics. Long-standing businesses closed, unable to compete with rising rents. The character of neighborhoods transformed, often at the expense of those who had called them home for generations. The housing affordability crisis continues to grip Oakland. Many residents, particularly those in service industry jobs, struggle to afford rent or mortgages. The dream of homeownership, once attainable, now seems out of reach for many. Section 6. Policy in the crosshairs, examining decisions and their consequences. Policy decisions, both past and present, have played a significant role in shaping Oakland's trajectory. From historical discriminatory practices to contemporary criminal justice reforms, these decisions have had far-reaching consequences. Redlining, a discriminatory housing policy prevalent in the mid-20th century, systematically denied loans and opportunities to residents of predominantly Black and minority neighborhoods. This practice created and reinforced racial segregation, concentrating poverty and limiting access to resources in these communities. More recently, Oakland's no-bail policy, intended to address racial disparities in the criminal justice system, has sparked debate. Proponents argue for its role in reducing mass incarceration. However, critics contend that it has contributed to a rise in crime and a sense of lawlessness. Navigating these complex policy issues requires careful consideration of intended outcomes and potential unintended consequences. It demands engaging in nuanced dialogue and seeking solutions that address root causes while ensuring equitable outcomes for all residents. Section 7. Living on the edge. Crime, homelessness, and the erosion of quality of life. Oakland today grapples with a multitude of social issues that impact the daily lives of its residents. Crime, particularly violent crime, casts a long shadow over the city. The fear of becoming a victim weighs heavily on the minds of many. Homelessness, a visible manifestation of societal challenges, is a persistent issue. Tents-lined sidewalks, a stark reminder of the lack of affordable housing and support services available. The crisis has reached a breaking point, demanding compassionate and comprehensive solutions. These interconnected issues contribute to an erosion of quality of life for many in Oakland. Residents express growing concerns about safety, cleanliness, and the overall well-being of their neighborhoods. The closure of businesses, from mom-and-pop shops to national chains, serves as a tangible sign of these challenges. It reflects not only economic hardship but also a growing sense of unease and a desire for safer, more prosperous communities. Section 8. Oakland Strong, Voices of Resistance and Community Action. Despite the challenges, Oakland is a city defined not by its struggles but by the resilience of its people. A spirit of activism, woven into the fabric of the city's history, continues to fuel movements for social justice and positive change. Community organizations, often operating with limited resources, work tirelessly to address the needs of Oakland's most vulnerable residents. They provide food, shelter, job training, and a sense of hope to those facing adversity. Grassroots movements advocate for policy changes, demanding equitable access to housing, education, and economic opportunities. They organize protests, engage in dialogue with city officials, and hold those in power accountable for creating a more just and equitable Oakland. The arts scene, a vibrant tapestry of music, dance, and visual arts, serves as a powerful outlet for expression and a source of community pride. It reflects the diversity and resilience of Oakland's spirit, offering a platform for marginalized voices to be heard. Section 9. A City at the Crossroads, Navigating Challenges, Embracing Hope. Oakland stands at a crossroads, facing a confluence of challenges that demand attention and action. The city's future hinges on its ability to confront these issues head-on, while harnessing the strength and resilience of its communities. Addressing the root causes of Oakland's decline requires a multifaceted approach. It necessitates investing in affordable housing, creating pathways to economic opportunity, and dismantling systemic barriers that perpetuate inequality. It also demands a commitment to community-driven solutions, recognizing that those closest to the challenges often hold the keys to transformative change. Empowering residents, providing them with resources and a seat at the table, is paramount. Oakland's story is still being written. It's a story of resilience, resistance, and the enduring belief in the possibility of a brighter future. By acknowledging the complexities, embracing the spirit of activism, and working collectively, Oakland can chart a new course. one that honors its past while creating a more just and equitable future for all its residents.